chat, let's take a look at this new video by Glyphkio. Okay, actually not that new. Genshin Impact and the Illusion of Generosity. I know there's been a lot of drama and I've been a bit late on it regarding the Not Cry level 100, the fact that you need to use C9 character to actually level up your character to level 100, which is kind of crazy. That's like a pay to win in a nutshell. And then them saying that Genshin Impact don't care about money. Alright, sure, buddy. But anyway, chat, let's take a look at Glyphkio video and let's see what they have, what you have to offer.
If you really paid attention, there is a predictable cycle to Genshin Impact updates.
Yep,
the developers announced a new feature, something the community has been asking for, and for a moment, there is hype. And
oh yeah, hold on, didn't they even time gate their quality of life? I think their talent materials is gatekept by on the specific days for each week. I think there's an event that allows players to actually do the talent materials on any day, and they actually make it a FOMO, didn't they, chat? They make it, was it a limited time event for that? What the fuck? Just add it to the game.
And the details come out. There is always a but. There is always a catch to it. It reminds me of that old horror story, The Monkey's Paw. If you've never heard of it, it is about a cursed object that grants wishes, but the trick is, the wishes are granted in the most literal and twisted way imaginable. Think of it like this. An artist wishes to be world famous for their paintings. The paw grants it. The next day, they have a tragic accident that leaves them unable to ever paint again. Their story becomes a media sensation. And because of the tragedy, their existing art becomes priceless and globally recognized. They became famous for their art, just like they wished, but at the cost of being able to create it. The wish comes true, but the outcome is a hollow, painful irony. And that is what it feels like playing this game sometimes. The developers have perfected corporate digital version of the monkey's paw. Every update—
oh no, not teabagging that girly. That's so sad, bro.
Is a wish granted with a twist. You wish for a skip button for the story quest, granted.
That is the most scam shit I've ever seen, bro. Like a lot of you guys actually fall for that until you read it properly. It's a skip time button. Like what the hell does that even mean? Yeah, Jakun, you fell for it. You and Kuya. Like the little naive boys you are.
The difference is, in the story I just told you, the artist would be horrified. In the Genshin community, a lot of players thank the paw for granting the wish at all.
Genshin players thanking Dawei. Thank you, Dawei. Oh my god, it tastes so good, Mr. Dawei.
People are actually defending these issues. It is a free game. It is better than that. And you have to ask yourself, like, is it? Is better than nothing?
I mean, just because it's a free game doesn't mean it's free from criticism. And just because it's a free game, there is multiple ways for them to, take advantage of you, just like the gacha system that they are having. As much as you guys hate it, gacha is a gambling system in a game. Is loot boxes.
Really the standard we should be accepting from a multi-billion-dollar game that is 5 years into its lifespan? It feels like a significant portion of the player base has been so
Genshin Impact being a multi-billion-dollar company, Genshin Impact probably is more successful than most AAA games, chat.
We're going to deconstruct this pattern. This isn't just a series of mistakes. It is a core design philosophy. It is a calculated art of almost. It is the strategy of providing the illusion of fulfillment while making sure the real thing is always just over the horizon. It is a framework designed to keep you perpetually striving. So today, we're going to break down these monkey's paw wishes one by one, and we will start with the foundation.
Okay, one thing that I hope he covers in this video is the standard 5-star characters, right? They give this free 1-star 5-star characters, but all of them are trash. Yeah, all of them got power crap like crazy, chat. None of the starter banner character in Genshin Impact is worth it. At least in WoA, let's say if they give a free starter characters, they are one of them is worth it, right? Like Verena is so worth it. But in Genshin Impact, Chi-Chi is trash, Diluc is trash. All of them are damn trash. And it feels generous, but it's actually not. Because, well, it's a free 5-star standard, but you are not gonna even be using it. And I think I remember they're even giving the C1 characters of limited 5-star characters. And again, all the limited 5-star characters that they're giving a C1 of is all they're all trash. You're not gonna be using them at all, especially in the Abyss and all that. There's no meaningful way that they could actually use that on.
The core loop of the game isn't really designed for you to feel a steady sense of growth. In many ways, it is designed to wear you down. It all begins with resin, the energy system that dictates how much you are allowed to play.
Did you guys remember when the resin system was 120? Do you guys remember that? Yeah, I remember that shit, dude. To be fair, back then it was pretty good. It was pretty okay, right?
It regenerates at a rate of 1 resin every 8 minutes, meaning it takes more than a
yes,
full 24-hour day to
Genshin
replenish
1.0.
from empty. Now, after a lot of feedback, they did increase the maximum resin.
Yeah, see, there we go. Thank you, chat. Just so you know, I did not pre-watch this. Yeah, see, he mentioned this one here: 120 to 160 to 200.
The issue was never the size of the wallet, however. It was the slow trickle of money going into it. The core regeneration rate, the actual problem, was left completely untouched.
Hey guys, I know we were all worried about how much food we were allowed to eat every day, so I came up with the great solution.
Is this Tectone?
Bigger bowl! So now you can take your food and put it in a bigger bowl.
Wow.
You won't get
Amazing.
any more food, but you know, the bowl's bigger. Good news is, well, the new rate-up banner's coming up soon, so make sure to save up your money.
And then they gave us another solution, transient resin, an extra bit of resin you can buy weekly from the Serenity pot. On the surface, that is great.
To be honest, yeah, the resin system is just a system, a way to make you guys play longer. It's actually not needed. If the resin system, chat, didn't exist, you guys would have finished Genshin Impact within like a month, top. Because of the resin system and the fact that they lock the done materials, the done materials to be like, a specific day each week, it takes you guys longer to actually progress the game. So it will probably take you guys like, what, 3 months to just upgrade one character in Genshin Impact. But if you guys remove the resin system, you guys would have taken like, what, 3 days. You know? Like, it is also something that WoWa does, which I honestly don't like the resin system at all in any game. It screams mobile game to me. Like, the way WoWa does it is somewhat passable, but I still don't like it.
On the surface, that is great.
6
the
hours
catch,
stop,
though,
yeah,
is
probably.
that it expires after 7 days. You can't save it. You have to use
I
it.
forgot about that. Yeah, this resin thing expires in 7 days. It's
The
so
result
stupid.
is a solution that adds its own small layer of pressure. Another appointment to keep. And what do you spend
They
that
add
carefully
FOMO
managed
to
resin
every
on?
quality
The
of
farming
life.
domains. Normally, these are on strict daily rotation. If you need a certain book for your character, you might only be able to get it on a Monday and Thursday. But sometimes, they'll lift this restriction. And for a brief moment, the system feels so good. It respects your time. The reality is that this freedom is mostly for returning players to catch up. For everyone else, it is a temporary event, lasting for a fleeting 1-week period when a new character is released. You get a taste of a better system before it's taken away from you. But the true
pretty much.
masterpiece of this design, the greatest source of long-term frustration, is the artifact system. Building a character.
Oh man, artifact system is so bad, dude. It can take you guys literal years to find like just one perfect artifact. Like, let's say if you guys are so unlucky, it can take you guys that long.
Is all about getting good artifacts, and getting just one good piece is like trying to win the lottery 5 times in a row.
That's
There are
exactly
5
true.
distinct layers of luck or RNG that have to go your way. First, you have a 50% chance of getting an artifact from the set you even want. If you get lucky, you then have to hope it is the right piece. You need a sands, but you get another flower. And if you get really lucky and the right piece drops, it has to have the right main stat. You need attack, but what you got was defense. It's useless. But imagine
I'm so
you hit
glad
that
WoWa
gem.
actually make it easier here, because like, let's say if you guys want Electro Echo, right? WoWa make it easier because like they got the modifiers now. They used to not have that, which makes it a bit harder to farm those specific set. The tuning system used to matter because of how hard it is to actually get a specific set. Since they add the modifier, the tuning system isn't as painful as it used to be. Even though I still don't like the gacha system, honestly, but it's still much more FTB friendly compared to like Genshin Impact.
Right set, right piece, right main stat. It is still not over. It still needs good starting substats. And even if you clear all 4 of them, you level it up 5 times. time
Also, hello,
spraying
Venti.
the upgrades go into one of the good substats you have instead of the useless ones. This last step is where the most promising artifacts go to die. This design changes what progression means. You are no longer earning your power through effort. You're just pulling a slot machine over and over and over and over and hoping to win it. One day, 1 week, 1 month, and
To be honest, Chad, this artifact system used to be actually very fun. I ain't gonna lie. I think the first 6 months of me playing Genshin Impact, I actually used to have fun a lot with it. But it gets old really quickly, right? Like after that amount, it's like you already know that, okay, this is just a fucking lottery system. There's nothing new to it. But for newer players, it's gonna be fun as well.
1 year and it's still not over.
This artifact set is
Oh yeah, man, what the hell? Like this, what's this guy's name? Zyx, right? Zyx is still trying to find the perfect artifact set for Zhao for like 4 years already. That's crazy.
a spit in the face to hardworking individuals everywhere. People like me who go to work 12 hours a day.
Who pick mint?
Single fathers, mothers,
Mint picker.
parents, kids who want to just have an escape, right?
You haven't
I come
found it?
home
I don't
after
know,
a long
bro.
day of work,
But it has
I
been
play my favorite game,
a
Genshin
long
Impact.
running
What do I
meme, you
wanna
know?
do? I
Zyx
wanna
haven't
relax,
found a perfect
I wanna
artifact
build my
yet.
characters. So you're telling me now that the place I've been farming for 3 years, almost, well, 1,050 days to be roughly exact, is now obsolete? So all the pieces I got,
Oh yeah, that's the issue, right? Because like whenever a new patch came out, they come out with a new artifact set that is actually good for Zhao, and that makes it like the older artifact set, which got power crept by the new artifact set, is gonna be a bit less strong for Zhao. So like let's say he got a perfect artifact set for Zhao, because the next patch has a better set for Zhao, so you have to re-farm that again. So it's like a continuous loop, you know?
are useless? Are we running 4 Vermilion on random characters?
Just off piece? Bro, I'm an off piece.
But
Yeah,
you know
bro, the
what? Some
VV
time
set
ago,
is
they
crazy.
introduced the direct solution for that final, most painful layer of luck, a system, an item called Dust of Enlightenment. In simple terms, it's insanely good. It lets you take a fully leveled artifact that had its upgrades go into the wrong substats, and then you can re-roll them. It is the ultimate fix for an artifact that
That
was
is still not even guaranteed, I think, right? Like, let's say if you guys get that, you guys get to roll, like you guys put the crit rate and crit damage stat to be like main priority. That's still not guaranteed.
So what is the catch? What is the monkey's paw twist?
What
It's
is the catch?
scarcity. This item is so incredibly rare that for most free-to-play players, you will only be able to use it on one single artifact per version if you want to fix more of your artifact.
What? One artifact per version just to get one substat correct? You guys have to wait one patch for just that one piece for your one artifact. Bro, that's insane, man.
The game is more than happy to sell you the dust you need through the Battle Pass. How great, you need to pay for it. Insane. Who saw that coming? Am I right,
yes.
Hoyoverse? Genshin.
Chat, just so you know, Genshin Impact doesn't want to make money, bro.
Anyways, that is the almost fix for bad upgrades, right? As for the
Oh my
problem of
God.
getting bad artifacts in the first place, we were given the Artifact Strongbox, a way to trade 3 of your useless artifacts for
Yeah.
1 new one. And it is almost a good idea. The 3-to-1 trade-in ratio is a pretty bad deal, costing you a massive amount of resources. But the critical flaw is that the Strongbox is always out of date. New meta-defining artifact sets are only added a year or more
Oh,
after they
yeah,
are
that's
released.
right.
So if you're building a new character, you can't
I actually
use
never
it.
thought
You
about
have
that.
to go right back into the frustrating domains. It is a catch-up tool that by design never lets you actually catch up to what is relevant now. It is on this foundation of
Wait, what? Hold on. Never heard of Genshin, and it's not even in Steam. Some mobile game for kids that scam them. Yo, you are right. Yes, you are 100% right. Also, are you actually joking, or do you not know what Genshin is?
carefully managed frustration that the entire monetization strategy is built. Because once the problem is established, the next step is to sell you the solution. Take the characters themselves. In the
yes.
early days, getting a 5-star
The
character
good old game developer, chat. Create a problem and sell the solution. It's that simple, my gang.
at their base level, what players call a C0, felt complete. Their constellations, the upgrades from pulling duplicates, were nice bonuses. That philosophy was clearly shifted. With newer characters, it feels like you're being sold a problem, with the solution locked behind that first or second constellation. A character like Nuvolet is vulnerable while attacking at C0, but his C1 fixes that by giving him that
Credit
interruption
card.
resistance. Furina's team-wide buff buff is her entire purpose, but it builds up slowly at C0. Her C2 makes it stack so fast that the problem just disappears. Or maybe you have a problem with Mavwika's motorcycle. It is a pattern. An intentional flaw is part of the base character, and the fix is conveniently waiting in the gacha. The C0 character becomes a trial version, and once you have the character, you need a weapon. This brings us to the weapon banner.
You know, chat, I think the only reason why Genshin Impact is going through this route is because they cannot get any new players into the game. The only reason why they don't do this on the, you know, Genshin Impact 1 or Genshin Impact 2, the Inazuma patches, right? Like their characters all feel complete is because Genshin can easily get new players to actually play the game, and it would be fine, right? But because right now Genshin is struggling to get any new players to the game, they are trying to milk as much of the current player base as they can. They are just trying to like get as much money from the current player base as much as they could, and then that's it. They are not trying to get any new players because they know that they cannot, like, the Genshin Prime days are over, chat. You know, unfortunately, it is all over. They can really do nothing much about it.
A system the community widely considers the most scammy part of the game. After early
Oh my god, the weapon system. Do you guys remember when Tectone literally is the reason why they changed the weapon system so that it makes much more easier for whales to actually get the weapon banner? Genshin started good. I agree. I love Genshin Impact, bro. We all came from Genshin Impact, bro. You know, we all came from there, and like we all love it. Yeah. Anyway, I remember Tectone, I think, spent $5,000 or more just for, like, I think R2 of Hu Tao weapon banner, which is crazy. Like, holy crap.
The Homa incident. They introduced the epitomized path as a safety net. You choose the weapon you want, and if you get the wrong one, you get a fate point towards a guarantee. Sounds fair, I guess? The trick is in the fine print. Those fate points vanish when the banner ends. That single rule transforms the safety net into a tool of manufactured urgency, pressuring you to keep spending right now or your progress is wasted. It preys on a psychological trick. It is called the sunk cost fallacy. I'm sure you heard about this a lot.
The only reason why people don't quit Genshin Impact till now. People start sending him the pole arm model. What's the name again? I think it's Staff of Homa. Yeah, Staff of Homa is the name of the staff. Chronicle Wish available. Oh yeah, what is it talking about this?
Targeting old characters uses the exact same non-transferable fate point system. It is a deliberate, reoccurring design choice. Even the character banner safety nets are almost useless. The Capturing Radiant system is designed to protect you from losing the 50-50 coin flip repeatedly. Its requirements, however, are so high that it might as well not exist. It only has a chance to trigger on your third.
Well, I mean, it helps somewhat, Mr. Glaive Keo. It somewhat helps, right? So it should be fine. Plus, Genshin Impact is a free game, so it's okay.
Consecutive loss, and is only guaranteed on your fourth. The number of wishes required to see this system activate is astronomical, but the most blatant example is letting characters level up to 100. It offers the—
I feel like, chat, the Genshin player base is like, they got scammed so much just when the Genshin devs just add a little bit of, just a little bit of shit to it, that they will praise it so highly because of like how, what's the term, chat? What's the term when you guys get kidnapped and then like you guys actually love your kidnapper? Not brainwash. Stockholm syndrome. I feel like Genshin players, chat, are actually having a Stockholm syndrome. You know, because like they have been abused so much. They are given a small amount of water and they praised it like to crazy, right? Yeah, there's no other explanation, chat. It's like some cause fallacy, Stockholm syndrome, being brainwashed. Oh man, that's crazy. Propaganda I ain't falling for. Yes, sir.
Idea of new progression, but the required material is locked behind getting a character to their maximum constellation, C6, and then pulling even more copies. This isn't a feature for dedicated players. It is exclusively for the absolute highest spenders. It is a whale wall, a progression path 99% of the player.
I have never seen any game lock a progression bar, like lock a level progression behind a paywall system, chat. Is there any other game that does this? MMOs, right? Okay, in MMOs there's like no other way. Okay, there's a way for you to level up faster, sure. Like, you guys can buy a pack that if you guys keep on playing, it will level up you guys faster. But like locking it like behind, you have to pay to level up. And just so you know, the C6 is like $2,000. C9 is like $3,000 worth. What? Okay, a lot of mobile games have that. No, you're right. Okay, fair. Mobile, but I'm talking about like real games here, and I feel like Genshin Impact is just not up to par with any other game.
The game's progression and monetization are built on this almost philosophy, but the design doesn't stop there. It extends to the very fabric of the game itself.
Since when was C9 a thing? Oh, Baboon, my sweet little naive girl, you have missed so much. Let me explain this to you, Baboon, okay? So, Genshin Impact introduced a new level 100 system. You see, like, our max level is level 90, right? So, there's actually a way for you to level up to level 100 on the new update. From level 90 to level 95, you need 1 Stellar Fortuna. Level 95 to level 100, you need 2 Stellar Fortuna. So, a total of 3 Stellar Fortuna. The only way to get the Stellar Fortuna is basically, let's say if you pull a 5-star character, you get to C6, right? So in order to get 1 Stellar Fortuna, you need to have like a constellation beyond the C6. So C7 will get you 1 Stellar Fortuna, C8 will get you 1 Stellar Fortuna, C9 will get you 1 Stellar Fortuna. So in order for you to level 101 character, you need to C9 a 5-star, not a 4-star, a 5-star. I have trouble getting C1 exactly. So this is like for Hyper Whale, and Genshin Impact developers dare to say Genshin Impact doesn't care about making money in their live stream.
Philosophy shapes the entire player experience. It dictates not just what you chase, but how you are allowed to play. Take quality of life, the small things that make a game more enjoyable. For years, one of the biggest requests has been a skip button for dialogue.
Oh
Eventually,
my God,
the developers announced a
just
one-click
add it. They can add a skip button if they want to, chat. The game is made in fucking Unity, for fuck's sake.
time skip. And for a moment, people were hopeful. Oh my god, the devs listen, finally, skip button. Wow. The feature, however, just automates the in-game clock for quests. It solves a minor inconvenience while completely ignoring the actual request. This is a reoccurring theme. We get minor unrequested features like a mailbox search function. Who uses that? While major
my god, yeah, chat, you guys remember the mailbox search function? Who the hell? I remember seeing that and I was thinking, who the hell uses that? No one uses that. If it was a chat search function, okay, that makes sense, right? You guys chat a lot in Genshin Impact chat. But they got like a search bar for your mail system. What?
Concerns from the game's own surveys go unaddressed for years. The effect is a feeling that they are either not listening or deliberately missing the point. You see it again with the artifact loadout system. Players just wanted a simple button to save the 5 artifacts a character is wearing. Instead, we get a clunky system where you set up filters and it often picks the wrong pieces anyway. To top it all off, you get only 2 loadout slots per character. I mean, if the feature itself is not working, then I guess it doesn't matter how much slots it has. The solution is so inconvenient that most players don't even bother with it.
I can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
Oh no.
This approach extends to the world itself. New regions often have fun exploration mechanics, like the Night Soul in Natlan. The problem is, these abilities are region locked. They are temporary gimmicks that disappear the moment you leave. Meanwhile, the universal exploration improvements like faster running or grappling are often pay-gated, tied to owning specific 5-star characters. Temporary fun is free.
If you guys want to have fun in Genshin Impact, just spend $3,000 on Mauvika C6, chat, and then you guys can easily just traverse, just easily through the region. Wow.
And then there is the end game. For years, a persistent complaint has been the lack of repeatable content. The developers' official reasoning is that they want to avoid creating excessive anxiety.
Genshin Impact devs don't want to create excessive anxiety. Oh my god, I remember this. Do you guys remember when they refused to? Oh my god, chat, this was back in 1.1. I remember like when Genshin Impact 1.0 was out, they have the Abyss system, right? We all get to max level, we tried the Abyss, and then like I think the player base was hungry for more endgame system. A lot of people want to add more endgame system, right? But the devs don't listen, and their reasoning was that because like if we add more Abyss, it will create anxiety for the player base. And now guess what, chat? They added a new endgame system where F2P players can't even clear properly. they made it so hard that even whales who have C6 characters can barely clear the endgame content, chat. This one Abyss, by the way. They added like a second endgame system. I forgot the name. I think it's called Elusive Realm, if I'm not mistaken. But they added a new endgame system, which makes it so hard for the whales to actually, even clear. Yeah, what's the third endgame called? The one that had the nightmare thing. It wasn't Elusive Realm. It was something else. I forgot the name.
Anxiety. Now a gacha game, a business model built on anxiety and fear of missing out, is worrying about causing anxiety
Stygian
with optional
Onslaught. Thank you.
content.
That
The
was the name.
justification just
Stygian
doesn't really
Onslaught.
hold up. Their almost solution, their new endgame mode, Stygian Onslaught, yet it's
There
so
we go.
restrictive and demanding that it only caters to a tiny fraction of the hardcore players, failing to solve the problem for the vast majority. Finally, there is the cost of taking a break.
Bro, like literally chat, the Stygian Onslaught causes extreme anxiety to the whole player base. Something that they tried to avoid and they just added in. Thank you, Genshin Impact.
The game leverages FOMO, limited time events containing critical story moments and powerful exclusive weapons, like the Festering Desire or the Cinnabar Spindle. If
Oh
you-
my god, bro, the Festering Desire, literally the one weapon that they refuse to add again. This weapon is actually really good and they only appear in 1.3, I think, or 1.4. Because I have an account that used to play, that I used to play like since day one, I actually managed to actually get this.
or the Cinnabar Spindle. If you weren't playing during that specific 3-week window, you can never get them. It is a system designed to punish players for leaving, forcing a
crazy.
constant low-grade pressure to
And
log
I
in.
remember also oh my god, check. Genshin 1.0, the event is, by the way, chat, resin gated. For those of you guys that didn't actually play Genshin 1.0, the event was resin gated. I'm not sure if you guys remember that. The Genshin 1.2 solved that. Like Genshin 1.2 removed the you need to use resin to play the event, but Genshin 1.0, the official event actually is pay gated. The official and Mona event, which was crazy.
From the menus you use, to the world you explore, to the content you play at the end, the boundaries are always there. So what does this mean in the long run? When you look at all of these examples together, it is clear they are not isolated flaws or mistakes. They are evidence of a single cohesive design philosophy, a strategy you could call the art of almost. It is the art of providing the illusion of fulfillment while carefully ensuring the real thing is always a little further away. It is a framework designed to keep players in a perpetual state of striving, always chasing that one last upgrade, that one last feature that will finally make the experience feel complete. And you have to
Basically, they put out a carrot on a stick, right? They put out a carrot on a stick, and you're like the monkey trying to chase the donkey that's trying to chase the carrot. Let me show you guys what I mean. Okay, there we go. So, chat, we got Dawei over here. Okay, this is Mr. our amazing handsome Dawei, and this is the Genshin players, chat, and this is like basically the quote unquote free stuff that they are giving you guys. The quality of life, the endless quality of life for the patches. Yeah, amazing, chat. So I think this highlights what Glyph was trying to say.
To be clear about one thing, this strategy is immensely successful. From a business perspective, it
No,
works
that's true.
incredibly well. It
Oh, bro.
drives daily
Hella
logins,
money, chat. Hella
fosters a
money.
massive community, and has
I ain't gonna lie, chat. I think if I was Dawei, I'll probably do the same thing, honestly. I mean, chat. I mean, if you think about it, right? The money, bro. The amount of money that he's getting, bro. Every patch, chat. Imagine this, chat. Every patch, he can buy a house. Imagine that. Every patch, he can buy 5 to 10 houses, chat. Yeah, I think, chat, if I was Dawei, bro, I would do the same thing. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
generated billions of dollars. By keeping the perfect gear or the complete character just out of reach, it ensures there is always a reason to come back tomorrow. But this success is a double-edged sword. It comes at a significant cost, and that cost is player goodwill. Over time, this design cultivates a climate of cynicism, where every new feature is met with suspicion as players search for the inevitable catch. The very systems designed for retention are also the primary reasons people cite for burning out and quitting, which leads to the final thought. Genshin Impact has built an entire empire on this philosophy, but its foundation rests on a precarious balance between player loyalty and player exhaustion. And that is the open question for the future as more games enter the market. How long?
That's actually a good ass question, bro. Here's the thing, chat. Because of this, chat, a lot of players are exhausted and are quitting Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is not dead, by the way, but it is dying. Especially with new games coming out to the market like Duet Night Abyss, Ananta, and what was the other game again? I forgot. was the name that I was scooting to. But anyway, yeah, with all these new gacha games, it's like they're gonna take a few percentage of the Genshin player base, and Genshin player base will just gonna be reducing over and over again. So it's gonna keep on dying faster if the devs don't listen to what the player base actually wants them to do.
And I have a question for you. This design has clearly been effective, but it comes at a cost. Looking at these examples, where do you draw the line between a challenging long-term goal and a deliberately frustrating system? Let me know your thoughts below, but that is all from me, Glaive Key.
Yep, and also chat, let me know what you guys think of this video. You guys, what do you guys think about the state of Genshin Impact right now? Do you guys think it will be better? Are you guys hopeful for the future? But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Goodbye.